People have different skills. Some people are very easy in carrying a conversation or striking a conversation with people, with strangers. And some people are very good in finding out detailed information. Some are very good in planning. Some are very good in execution. Some are extremely good in information finding. What are you good at? I know you could be saying, well, I'm good at certain things, but you cannot be good at all the things. And these are the things that employer might ask you in an interview. They might give you a scenario and say, so Mr. and Mrs. So-and-so or Miss So-and-so, out of these 5 qualities, what do you think are your strengths and why? Basically, what they are trying to ask you is, if you're given a choice of certain jobs, what would you pick? Think about it for a moment. Do you love talking to people on the phone, on a time presser, where the time is managed in minutes or seconds? If you do, then you might be a good candidate to work in call centers, where people call in when they have a problem through the phone, and you either have to give them a solution, like a technical troubleshooting, or sales. If you really hate talking to people, or if you take extremely long time to talk to people on the phone while you are trying to describe your solutions, you might not be an ideal candidate. You might be really good in coding. So you sit in front of the computer and you can code day in and day out for a really, really long time. You could be qualified for a good developer. If you have a knack for looking into how things work and how system and programs and everything work, you might be good for system admin. If you are looking for overall a trend of where things are going and what product and services are coming into the market, you could be in marketing or in project management. I know you will be coming to a new country as an immigrant or international student. Most of the time we go to college, we have a degree, we get a job. Until then, very few of us reflect upon ourselves to see what our strengths and weaknesses are. Our goals are always to find a job. And once you find a job, that might not be the best one. It could be, if it is good for you. What if the job that you found is not the one that matches for you? But then you will be miserable again, right? So what I'm saying is, when you go to school, when you are taking subjects in college or university, try to find out what interests you. And you will be able to find that out when you work in a certain environment for a while. Do you love talking to new people? Do you love talking to strangers? Do you love writing? Do you love reading? What kind of activities? Is it structured activities that you like, or more of a sporadic? So it could be, you could look at like flexible jobs or part-time jobs like that. I know it's really, really hard to give you a concrete answer as to this is what you should look into. But you know what? You know yourself better than anyone else. I know just because your friend is good at something, that does not mean that you have to be too. You have your own strengths. So my question to you and my 2 cents thought for you is, try to reflect. And if you don't like it, change it. Because changing it now, it's much, much easier than changing it 5 years, 10 years, 15 years down the road.